Hi, we are the Anti-Citizens, and this is Shelf Life. Hi, I'm Kaisar. I'm the drummer for the Anti-Citizens, and the CD I picked out is Miles Davis's Bitches Brew. I love this album. It's phenomenal. I've been a Miles Davis fan for a long time, and that's actually part of the reason I got chosen to join the Anti-Citizens, because I specifically wanted a jazz drummer. And I chose Bitches Brew because it's one of the first vinyls I ever got. I asked my brother for a different vinyl, but he got me this, and I'm glad he did, because they were doing some really cool jazz fusion stuff at the time. You've got Wayne Shorter on the track, just absolutely tearing it up, and just would recommend.
Hello, I'm Alma. I play trumpet for the Anti-Citizens, and for my first pick, I've got a fellow trumpet player. This is Wynton Marsalis. This is a compilation album, because this is the only Wynton Marsalis album I had to choose from, but I picked him because the first concert I ever went to in my life was when my grandma took me to a Christmas Wynton Marsalis concert in Hartford, Connecticut, and that was the first time I ever heard a professional trumpet player, and hearing the power of that, you know, the horn commanding the stage was a very magical moment for me. And like the next fall, I joined my jazz band in school, and you know, I ended up here somehow. So this is one of my trumpet goats.
Hello, my name is Jackson. I sing and play the guitar for the Anti-Citizens, and right here I have Nina Simone, Forever Young, Gifted, and Black. Nina Simone was one of the first singers that I really listened to and became like a huge fan of. She definitely inspired, you know, most of the way that I sing. And this album, I don't own this album at home, but this is kind of like a best hits, honestly, because you got like To Be Young, Gifted, and Black, and Backlash Blues. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. Mississippi, Goddamn. It's fire. If you haven't picked this one up, pick it up. It's great. Nina Simone.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play bass for the Anti-Citizens. This is Snail Lush. This album reminds me a lot of high school, driving around with my friends. I love
this album.
Yeah, it's great. Got Pristine, Heat Wave. What else they got? Oh, they got it back. Deep Sea, another great one. Really recommend it. Amazing voice. Just very kind of teenage indie angst that really hits in high school. So any young listeners out there, really recommend this.
All right, I got the Beatles, Rubber Soul, one of their best albums ever. You got some great tracks on this. You've got I'm Looking Through You. You got Norwegian Wood, two of my favorites. And some lore about me is that I actually started off my entire music career like in a Beatles cover band. And I did that for a few years in middle school. And I was so bad, but learning from Ringo Starr is kind of like how I developed my initial chops as a musician, and then I just kind of like took off from there in particularly jazz and R&B trajectories. But yeah, can't forget where I started.
Yeah. So this is another pick. This is Maggie Rogers' Heard It in a Past Life. It's a indie pop album from 2019. I'm choosing this because I'm the trumpeter for the Anti-Citizens, but I'm also our producer and recording engineer and master and all that sort of stuff in the studio. And this is one of the first albums I heard that really got me excited about DIY producing. And the lead single from this, Alaska, went sort of viral, and this album had a lot of success because there was this viral YouTube clip of Maggie Rogers presenting the first draft of the song to a master class that included Pharrell as the teacher. You might have seen it on YouTube. And she, in the video, kind of reveals that she made sort of all the instruments and all the sounds in her room, all the percussion with her hands and stuff like that. And when I saw that in high school, I was super excited by that kind of, you know, you don't need a high budget or a big studio to make music. You can very much DIY it. And so this is a very cool album, a lot of cool sounds, and it really embodies that kind of indie pop spirit that, you know, we don't sound quite like, but there's always that element in our music.
But I don't think you know what you need. One little child run so far, so you.
Okay, I have 2 picks. I have Station to Station by David Bowie. This is probably my favorite Bowie album besides Black Star and Ziggy Stardust, of course, because everyone loves that album. Just this one is, I don't know, there's something about Bowie being like coked out of his mind and like only drinking milk in the 70s that I don't know, I love that kind of vibe about him. Yeah, David Bowie was the first artist that I really fell in love with in 2015 when I was around like 11 years old, and then he died, so that's how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, we have Refused, the new noise, which this is actually, I think, a single off of their record The Shape of Punk to Come, which is the last real punk album that ever came out, in my very humble opinion. But Refused is an incredible band, an incredible hardcore band, and even though I don't tend to kind of be like, I think that if you want to have that kind of music, go with Refused, the new noise. If you've seen The Bear, the first episode of The Bear, that music that starts out with the that's Refused. That's this song. So check it out.
So this is the story of Wu-Tang by the Wu-Tang Clan. They are not really together anymore. They're dissolved into their individual parts. But I think Wu-Tang Clan really created modern rap music. 36 Chambers is my personal favorite album, and this one actually includes my top 4 favorite songs: Wu-Tang Clan, Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, Method Man, Protect Your Neck, and Cash Rules Everything Around Me. Absolute classic lyricism, flows, everything that you would want out of a rap album. If a lot of guys that I know, just random white dudes, say they love rap and then don't listen to Wu-Tang. So gotta listen to Wu-Tang to really understand.
Okay, this one's a single. This is the song Something for Your Mind, or M-I-N-D, by Superorganism from 2017. It was good while it lasted. That song is from one of my favorite NPR Tiny Desks, is where it kind of really blew up, as their performance of it, which I think is really fun because if you watch it, they've got 20 mics on that set, and they're all set into buckets of water and improvised percussion instruments, and everyone's got a vocal mic on. Superorganism is a supergroup that was formed over the internet, and the main vocalist is a very soft-spoken Canadian student or something like that, and then they had instrumentalists who were 30-year-old European instrumentalists, and then people from all over the internet and all over the world who kind of made very, very strange music together and use a lot of found sounds. And that was another, oh, thank you, it came back to me. Yeah, this was another thing I heard in high school and just made me kind of get excited about using weird sounds in music, and it's influenced a lot of my own kind of personal development of seeking just interesting sounds, even beyond interesting harmonies or melodies.
Okay, so these are my 2 final picks. I've searched the studio far and wide for these 2. First up is Willie Colón. This is some great salsa music. I particularly I think this is a collection of all of his songs, but Che Che Cole on this album, The Player, which is the 6th song, is great. I saw Jordy Greep, who is the guy from the band Black Midi. He played in Vermont recently, and he covered this song, and it was so good. It was beautiful. Brought tears to my eyes. Now this one, you can't really read it because it's kind of smudged here, but this is Burial's debut album. Burial is kind of the first like dubstep artist. And his album Untrue is one of my favorite albums of all time. I use it to wake up. I use it when I'm driving. Use it when I'm sleeping. Use it for literally everything that I'm doing. It is beautiful. It's not like Skrillex. It's like Skrillex, but I don't know, with more vibes, not cringe. So yeah, this is Burial's debut album from 2005, put onto what it looks like burn onto a CD. So it's kind of sick. It's kind of badass. So, Burial.
Yourself up, dustpan and brushes, act more like a man. Remember to stay happy.
So this is Kero Bonito's Time and Place. You may know them for their Flamingo song, also like black, white, green, and pink, show off your natural you, flamingo. They have a lot more than that. This album is fantastic. They got Only Acting and Fly Away. Fly Away is one of my favorites. It's about the lead singer's bird that died. Very, very poignant, but also very energetic. Just a really unique sound. Kind of electronic, kind of indie rock, kind of noise. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it, so check it out.
Thank you so much for watching. Björk, thanks you very much for watching. Please come to our Feeble Little Horse Show.
Yeah.
Well, we're
the
not Feeble
26th
Little Horse.
No.
We're opening for.
We're
Feeble
opening
Little
for
Horse.
sorry, Bjork over. We're
We're
opening
called
for
the
Feeble Little
Anti-Citizens,
Horse.
in case you forgot.
We
Yeah,
have
we're-
been Bjork. Welcome to
No, we have
Anti-Citizens.
been the Anti-Citizens. I'm Kaisar.
Okay.
No, Jesus. Who are you?
This is all-
Don't
this
you
is-
dare!
This is Alma Clark. My name is Jackson Hersom. That's Tyler Bean over there. Thank you for watching. Please come see us on the 26th. We are the Anti-Citizens.
And we
Peace.
love you.